Hi folks, and welcome to Impactful Life. My name is Rob, and this channel is devoted to helping you make an impact so you can lead a full life. Now today's video is part of a series that we're doing on Dr. Stephen Covey's book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. And today we're going to dive into the first of the 7 habits and talk about how this first habit lays the foundation for all the other 6 habits. So stay tuned because we'll be right back. Welcome back. Now let's make an impact. In his groundbreaking book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, Dr. Stephen Covey lays out a framework for personal effectiveness, and he starts with the first habit, which is be proactive. Simply put, people who are consistently proactive are more effective than people who are reactive. Dr. Covey points out that one of the things that separates human beings from the rest of the animal kingdom is self-awareness, or the ability to choose how we think and behave. Other animals respond directly to outside stimuli without having the ability to step outside of themselves and assess the situation before acting. They don't typically exercise independent will, and they don't ponder their options and the potential consequences of their actions. We have the ability to choose how we react to our environment, and oftentimes how we react affects us more than what actually happened. Being proactive is much more than just taking initiative, although that's certainly a big part of it. What it really boils down to is whether or not you feel like you're in control of your life. Once you accept that your happiness, success, and even your thoughts are completely up to you, that you are responsible for your own outcomes, then and only then will you start to make a positive transformation in your own effectiveness. The author points out that each of the other 6 habits depends on your ability to be proactive. If you feel like your life is not under your control, that you have very little influence over what has happened, what is happening, and what will happen, then you're going to struggle. Very little will change in your life until you take responsibility and then couple that with intentional action. Reactive people let their situation in life dictate how they feel. They focus on other people's behavior, and they see the problems that they're having in life as out there. Proactive people do not blame their circumstances, conditions, or upbringing for their behavior. They make a conscious decision to act rather than be acted upon. Dr. Covey says that an excellent way to become more self-aware is to look at where we tend to focus our time and energy, what he calls our circle of concern. Some things in life, like our family, our job, or our health, may fall into this circle, while other things fall outside of the circle because we really don't care about them. Some people pay very little attention to the weather, for example, but people who work outside for a living or fly airplanes are very concerned with weather conditions. Now, within that larger circle of concern, we have a smaller circle which consists of the things that we have control over. And he calls this our circle of influence. And by looking at which of these 2 areas we spend most of our time and energy, it'll tell us a lot about whether or not we're proactive. Proactive people focus their efforts on their circle of influence, the things they have control over. They work on things they can do something about. Reactive people, on the other hand, focus inside the circle of concern, spending most of their times on things which they have little or no control over, things like other people. I mean, have you ever caught yourself wasting time worrying about what other people are doing, complaining about how they aren't behaving the way you think they should? Has that ever turned out to be a good use of your time and energy? Whatever problems you're facing at this moment can be placed into one of 3 categories. You either have direct control over it, so you can work on yourself to improve the situation by implementing better habits, or you have indirect control over it, like other people's behavior, which can only be addressed through how you choose to interact with that person. Or you have no control over it, and so you simply have to change the way you look at it. If you want to figure out whether someone is proactive or reactive, just listen to them. For that matter, pay attention to your own language. Reactive people make a habit of absolving themselves of any responsibility. It's not my fault. The problem's out there. The president's an idiot. My boss is a jerk. My kids are useless. But what are you going to do? It is what it is. Listen for sentences that start with I can't, or I have to, or I'll never. Another telltale sign is phrases such as, they make me so mad, or I don't have time for that, or the ever popular, one day I'll get around to that. People who use this kind of language have a fixed mindset, and you'll be best served to reduce or eliminate your interactions with them. They will try to convince you that there's nothing you can do about it, so why even try? Now, Dr. Covey firmly states that any time you think the problem is out there, that thought is the real problem. Taking an outside-in approach to our problems is reactive, And the solution is to develop an inside-out approach. You've heard me talk about this. What can I do to make things different? What needs to change inside of me? If you want to see a powerful, positive transformation in your life, focus on the one thing that you have total control over, and that one thing is you. Accept the things that you have no control over, and spend your time and energy on the things you can. Live in your circle of influence and focus on the things that you can control. I hope that helps you as you go throughout your day. This video is a series that we're doing on the book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, and I hope you're following along by reading the book and putting the habits into play in your own life. If you don't already own this book, I will provide you with an affiliate link down in the description below so you can pick one up. In our next video, we're going to discuss a quote from this chapter and how it relates to being proactive. So I hope you'll come back and join us for that. Until then, start developing a habit of being proactive so you can make an impact and lead a full life. So that's it for this week's video. Don't forget to click that little red subscribe button and please give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Feel free to make an impact on somebody else by sharing this video, and don't forget to follow us on social media. Be sure to check out our website where you can read our blog and sign up for our free monthly newsletter. All those links will be down in the description below. Thanks for watching. Now go make an impact.